Не, не може. Hi everybody, and welcome to a day in the life of a farm girl. I'll give you a quick background about me. My name is Laurie and I moved from New York City to a small farm in Bulgaria. I mean a really small farm in Bulgaria. We have less than 40 permanent residents on this farm, and life here is very different than in the city. The first thing you do when you get up is you have to go and milk your animals, cows, goats, sheep, and then you have to take them out for grazing. Now, just a few seconds ago, I showed you a man with many sheep. That used to be our shepherd, but we don't have a shepherd on the farm anymore because we just don't have enough residents. So what we do now is whoever has sheep or goats have to go out and take them on their own. Shepherd used to pass by exactly at 6 in the morning, which means that you have to get up around 5 to milk your animals and prepare them. But now that he's not here, we can kind of go whenever we want, but it's still early morning is best. My grandpa, Jado Angel, actually used to get up at 4. Anyway, next on the list, we have to go and feed our chickens and rabbits and collect any eggs that the chickens have laid overnight. This is one of my favorite parts. Time to let our donkey out to graze. We put away all animals at night because on the farm we have chakali or jackals and even wolves. Now, I think a lot of you guys are going to find this really interesting. After we let our animals out to graze, the next thing we have to do is go down to the city center because we're awaiting the delivery of the bread. So bread comes 3 times a week on our farm currently. It used to be more often, but because we have so few people, it's 3 times a week. And if you miss your bread, you kind of miss your chance. Да. Аз като за спомен всичко. The waiting of the bread becomes something of a social gathering, and I love to go because I love to talk to the babas about days past. I feel like if we don't do this, we're going to lose all the memories. Anyway, what you're seeing here is the type of bus that delivers the bread. So yes, the bread comes straight from a bakery. It's farm bread. It often comes warm, and they deliver it to our city center. We have 2 stores in our city center. I say that kind of with a little bit of, how do I explain it? There's technically were 2 stores, but now only one of them works. So the first one that I showed you right there was one store. This that I'm filming right now is the other store that is currently working. I'm writing the word store in quotes because it's really not much of a store. All you get there is stuff like oil, matches. You don't even have butter or meat or anything like that. It's honestly used more as the village tavern. Now what you're seeing here is an old store. So back in the day, there were more stores and they were all around the center. Fun fact, our village actually used to be home to 750 permanent residents back in the day. I've gathered a lot of really interesting history, myths, tales, superstitions about our village from the babas I speak to, but I'll share this in another video. For now, let's stick to what we do in a day on the farm. And what you're seeing here is if we miss the bread, my baba is just gonna make us this amazing pitka, and I will make a whole video on how to make it, promise. Once we grab our loaf of bread, we have breakfast and the real work begins. There is constant work on the farm, constant. My boyfriend is constantly building something. Right here, he's actually helping neighbors with their home because they're also renovating, along with renovating our own home. So what you're seeing here is actually the red roofing that I'm really against on the farm. Our houses traditionally have these roofs right here, which are big slabs of stone carried from the village river. Very few villages in Bulgaria have these left, so I'm really trying to preserve this roofing. Okay, so again, please excuse, it's not that messy, but I have to do a little tidying up. Look, there's, God, there's so many spider webs, jeez. These are little things that, yes, no matter how much I clean, spider webs are a constant battle all year round, winter and summer. I don't know how, I don't want to spray anything. I'm against spraying anything in the houses that harm any animals, but yeah, it's a battle. reason we only water mornings and evenings is because this way we don't burn the leaves or any of the fruits crops that are growing. If you water during sunshine or really bright sunshine, you risk burning your leaves. This here is one of my favorites. We have a lot of strawberries over the summer and a lot of green onions. They haven't been doing as great this year as I would have hoped. Maybe that's why they were so expensive on the market. But yeah, you can get an idea of how everything grows. These are eggplant leaves, pepper leaves. Again, eggplant leaves over there, strawberries, of course, tomatoes. Leeks. Onions, however, we didn't really pick them in or harvest them in time. That's okay. And over here, I'll show you. We've got some more onions. I'm gonna make some pork tonight with these onions. Sounds like a good idea. Here are some huge tomatoes. Look at this. Ha. Not ripe for the picking just yet. Yes, lots and lots of tomatoes. And here we've got cucumbers. So for those of you who don't know what cucumbers look like outside of the supermarket, here we have it. Let me see if I can find you guys one. The cucumber plant is prickly. So there we are. Look at that. I'm not gonna run any right now because we have a bunch in the fridge. I'm just gonna let them keep ripening up over here. But this is how your cucumbers grow. Let's go see what the little rascals are up to. My little helpers. Time to start thinking about what we're going to have for lunch. But real quick, let me just tell you about my kitties. I know a lot of you guys have been asking. The two you saw there was Matsi and Tiger. That's mom and son. She had another two babies, which are home in America with my mom and sister. And yeah, they were home births. They birthed in my lap. So I'm thinking what to make for lunch. I was going to make a stuffed chicken, but then this happened. These are calf balls. Yeah. It's supposed to be a real big delicacy. We're going to try them now. Smells really good. Yeah, it was my first time trying such a thing. And I have to say, it was really good. It has this really buttery texture to it. Awesome. But no time to dilly-dally. We still have some more work to do before we can go and rest. So we're making preparations for the winter. Every summer, we always have to just be thinking about what we're going to be preparing for the winter because we don't have unlimited supply of food to just go grab from the grocery store. So we make our own preserves, jams. We make a lot of tomato jars because we have a big tomato base for all of our foods in Bulgaria. Everything is pretty much tomato based. We also make kompot, I guess in English compote, out of peaches or whatever we have on the farm this time. And yep, there's our wolf skin. And now, time for our daily siesta. Yes, around 1 o'clock, everything stops and everyone goes to bed. I was not used to sleeping at lunch in America. That was one of the biggest differences. At first, I hated it, and now I just can't imagine my life without a quick nap in the middle of the day. Come on, 1 second. Yeah, look at you, Juju. Okay, go. Нищо, гледам тука. One thing I want to mention is that life on the farm is very much related to seasons. We're very closely related to nature, and seasons guide us. So, in spring and early fall, if we've gotten a lot of rain, a big pastime for us is mushroom hunting. We love going mushroom hunting. It's not only a hobby, it also yields us look how many mushrooms, which we package up or freeze or dry, depends, and we have them for all year round. What you're seeing here are chantarelle and porcini. In Bulgarian, pachikrak and manatarka. Two of my absolute favorite mushrooms.
Няма е тая красота, създадена от човешка ръка. Природата, каквото създава, човек не може.
Това са поправките.
Какво парима?
Има чуприца, джорджин, ореган, черен перец и сол. И чесън, и масло, и моркови пъхнати вътре. And there you have it. A day in the life of a farm girl, but just one type of day. Things do change up seasonally, so there are surprises, which I'll share in the future. For now, thank you for watching.